Hello everybody, my name is Colin Frisky and I'm here with my very first tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing whoever's watching this how to make a typing game, or at least the start of one. So here we have a new project, just named tutorial, in the sample scene. So I don't like that blue, I'm going to change it to a hot white. Um, so now we're going to go to the assets. I'm just going to jump into it, by the way. So we're going to make a scripts folder, just kind of keep everything nice and simple and clean. And we're going to create a new C# script. I always program in C#. All my tutorials will be in C#. So yeah, okay, and we're going to name it typing manager. Reload, yeah. You want to give me my typing manager? Thanks. Alright, so we're going to need some namespaces here that we'll be using later on. One is just the UI, so we can add UI stuff to our code and events. So after you do that, we can get started. We're going to start with the word class. Oop, missed the class word. Okay, so within this word class, this is what we'll hold basically what we're typing, or a word that we want to type, how much of it is typed, and what we should do when it is typed. So the word, we'll just call it text. What we want to do will be a Unity event, so you can just add whatever you want to specific words. We're going to call it onTyped, and we're going to have just a regular string has typed, and then an int current character. For the constructor, we'll just take am I on insert? We'll make a string of a t, and we'll go my text to t. And then has typed will go to nothing, and current character will be 0. And just for simplicity, we'll put those up there too. This is basic constructor. Now what we want is we basically want an array of these words that we want to type, but we may change it and add to it later on. So what it needs to be a list, which in layman's terms is just a changeable array. So a list of this word class called words. So now when we go in, we're going to create a empty game object, and we're just going to name it typing manager. Oh, that's not how you spell manager. And we're going to just plop that script right there, and you can see there's nothing there. And that is because we did not make this class serializable. So this is important if you have classes outside the regular script, and if you have a variable of a class that's not showing up, this may be the reason why. So now when we go back, you can see that the list will then be put up. We're just going to add 3 simple words. We're going to do hello, do help, and hexagon. And you can see these big gray boxes in here. And what this is the onTyped event. So this will be called after we type the word. And so like if the word is special, what we can do is make it like run special code easily. So each word will have their own onTyped event that you can use or not use. Get rid of it, doesn't exactly matter, but it may make your life easier later on. So now we need to do is basically we need to figure out if we are typing the word we are typing, or the word in the class. So we're going to do a bool, so we're going to return a true or false of a continue text function with the character parameter. So now we're going to do is we're going to check if this character is equal to our text at the index of the current character that we're typing. So if we type out the full word, so if we type the next word in the sequence of characters, because that's all string is, it's just a array of characters. So if we type the next one down the line, then what we want to do is we want to move current character. So now next time you run this, we're going to check for the next character in the string. And we're going to say has typed equals the text. But we're going to call the substring function, which is basically just kind of separates the string with a start index and the length, with the length being our current character that we have. And so now this is going to return true. So when we type a letter that's in the text, it's going to return true. But if we don't type a letter within the text, then we're going to return false. And we're going to set current character to 0 because we didn't type the correct letter, and so we're not typing this word. So basically we're just resetting it back. So for resetting it back, might as well turn has typed back to nothing. So we actually are gonna have to grab the has typed, but I don't want to make it public because I don't want to fill the editor or the inspector when we're doing all this. So we'll just do a public string get typed just to return this private variable as typed. So it's pretty good start. So if we're typing it, and if we typed the whole word, so if our current character is greater than or equal to the text length, so if we typed the whole word, then what we're going to do is we're going to, on typed, we're going to invoke that. So whatever functions you put in there are going to be called right there. And we're going to reset current character back to 0. That's nice. Okay. So that's basically it for our word class. It's pretty simple, just a nice 40 lines of code. Now up here, we're just going to get rid of the start for now. We're going to use the input class that Unity gives us, and it basically has an input string, which is whatever you're typing at that frame. So we're going to say our input. So our input is equal to our input string, so whatever we're typing in. But if you type 2 or more at once, it's going to give you, it's a string basically, so it's going to give you that array of whatever you're typing. If you're just typing one letter at a time, it's going to give you 1, but if you just slap your keyboard, it's going to give you many. So really, we only want the input, that's an O. We only want to input the first one you put in. So if you're typing one at a time, that's fine. And if you're typing fast, it doesn't matter because it's running at somewhat frames per second. This is running every frame. So no way you're typing fast enough to where you're hitting multiple keys in one frame unless you're hitting them at the same time. And if you hit them at the same time, we just want the first one. But if input is equal, so is to nothing. So if the string is empty, we're just going to return. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to run any code. We don't want to slow nothing down. So if we're not typing, do nothing. So if we are not typing, return void. So just don't do anything. Don't call. So basically just stops the function. But if we are typing, so if input does not equal nothing, then we want to grab the first character, and we're going to loop through the word class. Or sorry, not the word class, the word list. And lists use count instead of length, so we'll do that. And the word that we're doing will be words at I, so whatever current word we are using, or whatever the index of the word. So the one that we're looping currently, we want, if we're going to do continue text, so we're going to try to continue the text with the character that we're inputting. So basically we are asking it, are we continuing this word or not? So since I did return a bool, how about we use it? So if we are typing that word, then we're gonna do is we're gonna get a typed and put it to a local variable called typed. So now if typed is equals, so if type equals our w.text, then we type the whole word. If what we typed is the word's text, and we type the whole word. Nice and simple. For now, we'll just log a nice little message for us. If we type the whole word, then tell us we typed and what we typed. So right here, what you can do is if you don't want them to type the same word, then you can just simply remove it from, which I guess we can do quick. We'll do words.remove w. But see, we're looping through it right now. So when we change this, when we remove it, we're changing the list that we're currently looping through, which is bad practice. So we can either break it here to where, so the loop stops and we stop the loop, and basically next frame it'll restart it and everything will be hunky-dory. Or what you can do is you can create a new list, just a local list that basically keeps track of what word you want to be removed next frame, and then after you go through this loop, remove it, and then it'll be fine. But this way works too, and it's less work for me. But yeah, I don't technically know which one's more optimized. I'm sure not this one, because you type multiple words at once. We're just gonna leave it this way because I'm lazy. So we've typed the whole word, but we won't really know what we typed until we hit this debug. So I kind of want to display what we typed, and that's what the Unity Engine.UI namespace is gonna come into. So we can grab this text class, and we're just gonna name it the display. When we reach here, we're just going to do a string typing, which is basically just going to hold whatever we're typing at that moment. So we can do here typing. You're going to add the typed plus a new line character. So each line will be a word that we're currently typing. So if words start with the same couple of letters, it's going to display them all until kind of weed them out. So I think the three we have is hello, help, and hexagon. So if I type H, all three H's will be in. E, all three will still be there. But if I type L, hexagon won't be there. So there'll only be two HEL. And then if I type P, it'll only be help, because hello does not have a P in it. So yeah, that. And then we have to, I guess, set the display that text equal to typing. So now this nice 80 lines is a good start for a typing game, and let's see how well that works. So we still have all three words. Now we have a display, so now we gotta go game object UI text. What I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna let it fill the whole screen and then just center it with the alignment and make it 32. Oh, that's 300. That's too much. We'll bold it. We'll add a nice shadow. We'll make it bigger shadow and lighter. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? So what I'm gonna do is now what we are typing. Or what we are typing works. So typing manager, let's name this display, so when we add more, we don't get confused. Okay, so you can see they're untyped are empties, but it doesn't really matter. We haven't gotten to that yet. So what we are typing. So now if I type H, you'll see 3 H's, one for hello, help, and hexagon. Same with HE. 3 HE's. So right now we're currently typing hello, help, and hexagon. But now when I pay L, you can see that I was right. Now it's down to 2 because hexagon does not have an L in it, or at least the next letter in the hexagon is not. And if I type P, help. We have typed help. Help is there. Help is now gone from our words because we set it to do that. And now if we type hell, so now we have hell right here. So if I mess up and just put an O right now, nothing, because that's not how you say hello. G-L-L-O. We've said hello. It is gone, and we're down to hexagon. Hex-gone. We have no words. So if you want to add more words with code, we can do that quick. So in start, it's pretty easy. We'll just do words.add, and then new word. We're going to call the default constructor there, but it asks for a string, so whatever our word wants to be, and we'll call it added. Boom, added was added. And now added is removed. Okay. So now what I'm talking about with this onTyped is that you can do special things. So that means, so you can see these are empty. So when I type them, they just get removed. Nothing else happens. But if we add another one, and I'm going to call it feeling, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new display real quick. We're going to move it down. 240. I'm going to make it nice green. Here's a nice green. There, that's a nice green. I'm going to get rid of the text. So this is I'm just going to name it feeling. So in feeling, what we're going to do is, so this plus, you can do multiple stuff. So each of these will be something that happens when this is called. We only need one, feeling. And then in the text, we're just going to change the text to happy. So now what this is, when this is typed, it will change the feeling text to happy. Let's see if that works. What are we what? We are feeling happy. Yay. Hexagon. Ooh, that's not how you spell hexagon. Hexagon. Added. Hello. Help. They're all gone now. And that's the basic of the typing game. What you can do now is basically we could do actually we're gonna just say we're gonna make everything lower to keep it simple, because the input string will always do a lower. Actually, I don't know. We'll do higher. We'll do uppercase. I don't know if input string does casing. I guess we'll see. We'll add another one with a uppercase G, or I guess H. Howdy. Get rid of whatever that is. So let's see if this works. Okay, so it does. So it, now what this is basically, so if we get rid of that. So it is case sensitive. So if you put a capital H, you need to hold shift, or you need a capital H in your typing. Now, whether you want that or don't want that is up to you. But it would basically, if you don't want that, just lowercase everything, like input right here, you could just do 2 lower. And then make sure for T, you do 2 lower. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty much that. Or you could also do that to lower, basically just kind of regulate all the text. But for now, if you want to do like educational, they would need to learn what is capital, what's not. So this is good to keep in there and everything. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the start of a typing game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you liked it, you know what to do. If you have any more questions or you want me to continue this tutorial, leave a comment. If you want a different tutorial about something else or anything specific, just comment on what you would like to learn. I've been using Unity for like 10 years, so I know my way around the block, and I'm sure I could help any one of you. So, otherwise, hope you all have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.